Hi, Mason again. It's time to find out exactly what's going to happen in the next Syracuse game. This is No Wrong Answers. Here's Brian.
Oh, thank you, Mason. Mason's just working long hours. What's going to happen in the next Syracuse game? Tragedy and sadness. And that brings a conclusion to No Wrong Answers. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to predict a W. Miami, Saturday, Dome, 2 o'clock. I would presume the attendance will be slightly higher than last night against Virginia Tech. Miami lost to a team Syracuse beat 2 days ago. So there's that. Florida State went to Coral Gables on Tuesday and won 65-63. Miami and Virginia Tech, I'd say caliber-wise, are very similar. Miami will be entering at 15-4. They're 4-2 in the league, so it's a very similar record, net, the whole thing, as Virginia Tech is. But, we're looking at this through the Syracuse lens. So Miami is, they're a team with growing young. Most of their team is portal guys. I'm looking at this roster for Miami. It's like, who are these people? Like, they're leading players. Like, I think I've heard of that guy. Where have I heard of that guy? Like, I think I remember the name Trey Donaldson. I remember him from Michigan. Their leading scorer is Malik Renault, who most of his career was spent at, I believe it was Indiana prior. So this is not, and this is what one of our callers points earlier, what's tough about college basketball right now. I was thinking about this when the Pitt game happened a couple of weeks ago, and, they were reminiscing on the broadcast about some of the old players involved. Somebody said Levance Fields and players like that. Like, I look at this Miami roster, it's like, who are these dudes? So Miami's got a bunch of people that are currently on the Miami roster. They have a guy named Marcus Allen, who I'm presuming is not the running back. So, yeah, Miami will be here on Saturday at 2, and the Orange enter this game just in a desperate spot for a lot of things. Like, can the season be saved? Technically, sure. Technically they could win a bunch of games, but the games are getting harder and harder to win, and I'll be mostly intrigued, I think, to see on Saturday, level 5. Red did not say level 5 or dips last night in his post-game press conference. He swore once. What is the effort and energy going to look like from the Orange on Saturday? What's it going to look like at the beginning of the game? And what's it going to look like at the end of the game? That, I think, you're talking about the team, their buy-in, Red, all that stuff. Regardless of results right now, I need to see some buy-in from the team if we're going to survive the next month and a half before changes are made, right? Because if the team checks out, then man, oh man, the fan base, the fan base that hasn't checked out, like everybody, will follow quickly. So that is perhaps the thing I'm going to be watching for most. Like, what is the effort, energy, intensity going on Saturday? The other thing is I'll be intrigued to see what the crowd is. Like, it was 9 o'clock last night. Everything I've heard, there were fewer than 6,000 people in the building. The students, again, they're chanting Fire Red, whatever. What's the rest of the crowd doing? Because last night, in what was a close game, and this is not me blaming the fans, this is just me observing, people were just kind of sitting there. It's late, they're tired. Was there some noise late when it got close again? Yeah. But did it ever feel like you were watching a Dome game the way we remember it? No. Correct me if I'm wrong if you were in the building. We'll talk to Jordan about that tonight on the TPS report. But it didn't feel like the Dome. It didn't feel the intensity. It didn't feel like anything. It just felt like it was happening. Like, will there be any intensity in the Dome if it is a good game to watch? And then, all right, Syracuse's roster, like, conference games, game planning, scouting reports, the Orange are being figured out right now. Can they do anything to correct that? So no wrong answers. Saturday, Syracuse and Miami in the Dome. Donnie Freeman had been playing great. Donnie Freeman, again, will probably be the most talented player on the floor. Donnie Freeman, though, against Virginia Tech, got absolutely bodied. He got out-physicaled by a very physical Virginia Tech team. They got him away from his spots. They got him stuck behind the arc. He made just one 2-point basket the whole game, and it came very, very late off a broken play. Can Donnie get anything at all back to being like what Donnie has been, because the Orange realistically can't win without it. I think some improvements, but the scout is out on him unless other guys are cutting and moving and doing something to help. I don't know what Donnie's going to be able to do. We'll go 16 points and 9 rebounds for Donnie in the game against Miami, but they're going to be all over him physically because after watching BC and after watching Virginia Tech, like, if you're Miami, you'd be dumb not to do that with their new head coach in Jay Lucas. You'd be just dumb not to do that. Looking elsewhere on the roster, J.J. Starling, man, he did not have a... He was okay against Virginia Tech. I think we get a little better J.J. in this game. Kind of a significant wrap on his right hand. That was interesting to see against Virginia Tech. We'll go 15 points for Starling in the game. Nate George, paging point guard. Nate George. Paging Nate George. Nate didn't turn the ball over against Virginia Tech. Nate, did Nate do anything against Virginia Tech? What were George's final numbers? 6 points, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 23 minutes. Significant time spent on the bench in the first half with foul trouble. Like, hello, this is the ACC. Nate George needs to do something. I think he has a better game on Saturday. We'll give Nate 5 assists, 4 turnovers, and 8 points against Miami on Saturday. The one guy I know is going to bring it with effort, attitude, enthusiasm, and all that. Well, 2 guys I know are going to bring it with all that on a game-to-game basis. They are William Kyle and they are Nate Kings, and I think because of that, no surprise, they were, I'd say, the best 2 players on the court last night consistently for Syracuse. Both had double-figure scoring. I think a solid game for Kyle. Let's give him 11 points and 9 rebounds. Kings has found his shooting groove a little bit. He'll hit 3 more threes. We'll give him 14 points and 5 rebounds in the game. I liked-ish what we saw from Sadiq White. No wrong answers against Virginia Tech. He's still doing a lot of freshman stuff. He's foully. He's emotional out there. He's a little too quick trigger from the outside. I think Sadiq will have a solid game. We'll give him 8 points and 6 rebounds and a couple of dunks against Miami. Tyler Betsy, he needs more shot attempts, 2 more made threes last night. I think he gets a few up. We'll give Tyler 3 threes, 9 points to match what he did. And Kyan Anthony, lastly here, no wrong answers. He has been struggling. That does not change on Saturday. 5 points against Virginia Tech, 5 against Miami. Kyan is locked in full-on freshman struggle mode right now. Mix it all up in the pot, stir it all around, shake it all out. No wrong answers. Syracuse, Miami, Saturday in the Dome. Unfortunately, more of the same. Final score, Miami 82, Syracuse 76, as the Orange drop a 3rd straight here midway through ACC play. Other stuff coming up after the game. Don't forget, get right back here, post-game show, 4 o'clock-ish, though these games have all been taking really long time. So sometime after 4, we'll be here, post-game show, your live calls, Reds live press conference. We've been randomly hearing from opposing head coaches. Mike Young was talking about tractor pulls the other night. Who knows what we'll get in the post-game show after the game. You're in the right spot now. Like, subscribe, notifications on. Get right back here for the post-game show after the game on Saturday.